Hello, Shield Wall Nation. Welcome. This is your Thinking Thursday video, and the video is about racism and why I think it's perverted. But before you go any further in this video, please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, share this video to your mom, dad, grandma, your dog, whoever. Share this video. Okay, let's get going. Now, like I stated, this is a reason why I, personally me, no experts, nothing, why I think the word racism or racist or racism of any kind is a perverted word nowadays. Now, back in the day, even 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years, 50, 60 years ago, the word racist or racism had heavy consequences. If you were called a racist, the people that weren't like that and did not have those ideals were gone out of your life. Whether that be your mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whoever, would not talk to you. They would endure you during family reunions, but for the most part, there you go. There goes your connection with them. The only people that stay around are people that strongly love you, or people that have a like-mindedness of that, aka another racist, right? To be a racist, you have to hate another race, which that is one definition under a group of definitions of racist or racism, is to hate another race, be it your own race or a different race. So a lot of people back in the day, if they're called racist, because they were once one of two or many things, were using a derogatory term or holding another one down based on their skin color, or their whole family, or demeaning them and saying they're lower than someone else based on that skin color. That's where racism was. It was heavy. And it was nasty, especially it was nasty back in the day. And I'm so glad that this country and this world, in fact, has gone so far in progressing so far against racism. Now, are there racists out there? Of course there is. Of course, true racists I'm talking about. There is. A handful of them. I'm not as bad as yesterday, not day before nor the day before that kind of thing. Today is much better. And that can go from one of two things, a generational thing, being brought up like that, or seeing the world around you and going, you know what? These whatever color skin people, I don't like anymore because of A, B, and C, and D. I just like them. And that's wrong, but still, that's how it breeds. That's how it stays around, right? Now, today with the word racism, it has no meaning. Zero meaning. Zilch, nada. Zero meaning now. People get called racist for just having a different view, and that doesn't even have to be a conversation about race. It doesn't have to be a conversation anything to do with race. It can be about religion. And if you and I have a disagreement, all of a sudden I'm a racist. It don't make sense. That word has zero meaning nowadays. It's almost like kids calling each other dummy. Oh, you're a dummy. You're a dummy. It has no meaning after a while. What's the definition of dummy? Who cares? You call me a dummy, I probably wouldn't even bat an eye. If you call me a racist, I wouldn't even bat an eye, because I know I'm not. Oh, because you're white. Oh, because I'm white, I'm a racist. You think maybe that's a racial term? It's almost like saying, hey, you're Asian, so you have to be good at math. Hey, you're black, you have to be a criminal. Hey, you're an Indian, that means you live on a reservation. You get the point what I'm saying? That's discriminating, which is a lower form of racism. Still, it's not good. But to call someone a racist because they just don't agree with your idea, that's where the conversation is done. And that's where you pervert the word racist. Racist then has zero meaning. Nothing. How do we go back to making sure that word is true to what it is? If I call someone a racist, they better be a racist. If they're preaching hate on another race, they're racist. If they're saying one race is lower than another for whatever reason, they're racist. Nick Cannon. Oh, did I drop a name there? Yeah, I did. That's racism. Doesn't matter what color your skin is, if you make a derogatory, hateful statement about a race, you are a racist. In fact, I had a conversation with someone, which is very nice, actually. We disagreed strongly on it, but never did we sling any insults to each other, which made the conversation extremely rare nowadays. Usually is, you disagree with me, okay, well, you're an idiot. You're a racist. You're a sexist. You're a xenophobe. You're this. You're that. There's no conversation nowadays. It's automatically insults and labeling people. But I had this conversation with this lady. In fact, on a Facebook page, they kind of called her out on something she said. She said, black people can't be racist. And under that picture, because they screenshot it, under that picture, she commented saying, I'm here, let's talk about it. Which is very bold on her part. Because all it is putting a magnet, a target on her. Which is very brave of her to do that, like I said. I messaged black people can be racist. And she had this long reason why they can't. And she's at the very end, she says, yes, we can be discriminating. Yes, we can be hateful to other races. Like I said early in this video, a definition of racism is being hateful to another race. It didn't say a majority race, not a minority, but a majority race hateful to a minority race is racism. It didn't say a minority race to a majority or even an equal minority race is racism. It says hateful from one race to another. So I mentioned that. And we didn't quite go see quite eye to eye with that, but you can't hide fact. That's fact. But we had a good conversation. Never once did she call me a racist. Never once did I call her a racist. But it shows that people understand or are understanding what racism is. If you can be hateful to another race, that's racism. Whether you want to admit it now, whether I planted that little seed and go, oh, yeah, you know what? That guy, what he said a few days ago, I've been thinking about it, and you know what? He's right, or at least I can see his point of view. Maybe that is racism. Maybe I am a racist because all those negative things I said to XYZ race. I thought me being a minority, I couldn't be. But you know what? Maybe I am. I need to change my ways. People say I'm white. Even though I have more color in me than I do whites, based on the color of my skin, I'm a racist. So you think if anyone says that to me, they themselves are discriminating and therefore maybe a racist? Just think about that, because you don't know the ethnicity of the person you're talking to. You know, there's blue eye, blonde hair, beautiful people in Mexico, born, raised, generation after generation after generation in Mexico, lighter than I am, blonde hair, blue eyes. You're going to go and tell them they're racist? Because they're white? Think about that. Think about that before you start just slinging out an insult, first off, with no backing and no facts. And if you're slinging that insult of racism to someone that wasn't doing anything racist, that means you're perverting the word racist. And it should not be perverted. It should hold so much weight. And now it's nothing. So we need to make sure we put more weight to that word and stop using it in any given turn because someone just disagrees with me, right? So, Shield Wall Nation, let's educate ourselves, let's learn, let's be better. Let's build a shield wall, because guess what? A shield wall is not all the same color. It's all sorts of colors. A shield wall is not racist. A shield wall is quite the opposite, and let's build that shield wall. Let's stay strong, stay resilient. Shield wall up.